I love speaking at conferences because I think the first thing I have to tell everybody is that I am a recovering speaker. So I used to find public speaking very, very difficult, but in London now, I've been teaching it for about 20 years. So I really enjoy it. I have an amazing array of students from all over the world. And that's one of the things that I want to discuss with you this morning. And it's what I call an intention statement. And because we have this wide array of people from all over the world, it's really important that, we have a lot of minorities in London, a massive population, but lots of minorities. We have students from all over the world. We have visitors from all over the world. And in the nature of developing as a speaker, you have to do a lot of creative processes. But when that person walks through the door for the first time, to be honest, they really have no idea what to expect. And I'm going to throw at them a great many creative processes. So in my intention statement, I think what's really, really useful is before we actually get to the statement itself, just look at the ingredients of what's required. Could you just press forward? Who do you want to attend a DEI experience? So carry on, please, Anna. Okay, so we have people from all over the world, cultures, creeds, colours, disabilities, genders, you name it. But of course, don't forget everybody else. Your classroom's made up of everybody else. Now, I'm not really, well, I am a DEI person, but really my only impact is what I can have in the classroom. And this is very much what I'm talking about when I talk about an intention statement, because that's my domain. That's the only place really where I can influence people. How can I create a cohesive environment where this diversity of people can feel comfortable in their vulnerability in many ways and come in and react positively to these creative environments. All right, thank you. So we're looking for an environment there of psychological safety, no judgment. Whatever happens in the classroom, there's no judgment. If you're learning a new skill, if you're developing a new skill, you're going to make mistakes. That's part of the game. So there's no judgment as such. Okay, can we carry on, please? Okay, values. Setting out your values, really welcoming people, shaking hands with, as they walk through that door, you shake hands with them, you make them feel welcome, you offer them a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, something like that. Just show them that they're welcome and that they really react very, very positively. So being welcoming, I think probably the most important thing about DEI is acceptance. Whoever they are, wherever they're from, they're human beings. You look after them, you treat them well. Imagine they're walking through your front door at home. How would you react to that? Well, you'd probably welcome them, offer them a cup of tea, ask them to relax, sit down, that kind of thing. Okay? And of course, being respectful. So what are we trying to do in the classroom? Well, like I said, we have this diversity. It's got to be seen that everybody is valued and that everybody is treated in exactly the same way. And I think that's probably the biggest thing. So these are the ingredients of what is coming up here. I'm going to ask you for 2 minutes or so. I would like you to think, if you were my student and you were from a minority, how would you like me to treat you? What would you expect? If you see this as the ingredients, how can we create a very short statement that says, you're welcome, whatever happens in class stays in class, and all you can ever ask as a classroom trainer, especially when you're working with these creative processes, is just ask people to give it their 100%, and we see how it goes. And one of the big things that we need to do, of course, is give feedback, and I have what I call a feedback framework, which works very well for me, and it's very simple. Be objective in your feedback. Comment on what you saw. Number 2, be constructive. So I talk about the pros and cons. So talk about what the student is doing that's working, and the cons talk about what didn't go so well, but then offer a tip, a tool, or a technique that will help them make it even better next time. So very, very simple process. But again, most of all, being supportive. Now, what I do in the classroom is I start off with this, but then I hand it over to my students. It's not just because otherwise it'd be Vince talking all day, every day. I want to hear what these people think. I want to hear their speeches, but it's also important that they get the opportunity to give feedback in this objective, constructive, and supportive manner. And every time you give somebody feedback, that's a constant reminder to you to get it right yourself. All right, could we have the there we are. So what are the outcomes? Sorry, could you just go back one, please? Oh, that's forward, sorry. Yeah, so outcomes. What are we looking for when you're in the classroom? Well, could you just have a quick read of that? There you go. So communication, collaboration, getting people together. I think all of these things are going to be available to you. So if you want take pictures if you want, that's fine. So that's what we're looking for. This is all about collaboration, skills transfer, and making things happen. So here's the moment you've been waiting for. Could you go forward? So I put this up. Now I don't read it. I don't read it to my students. I just put this up before we begin. And I just let them read it. And it takes about 30 seconds. So there you are, in less than 100 words, in 2 minutes, you can create a cohesive group because everybody feels that they're going to be supported. Everybody's going to feel good about their contribution. If there's some vulnerable people in there, that's fine. They can flourish. They can really dive into that and enjoy those moments. But what I've noticed, just this he, him, the use of pronouns says you're accepted. If you're from a minority, just says to people you are accepted. Now, whether you're gay or whatever, whatever minority you're from, we never talk about. We don't need to talk about that afterwards because I'm there to work with them generally about public speaking, leadership and management, or training the trainer. We don't talk about colours, creeds, or anything. People just feel accepted, acknowledged, and valued. And I think what's great is I think it helps them get better outcomes, and it certainly gets better outcomes for me. Any questions about that?